Let's go.
We're recording.
We're on. All right. I just want to introduce. I've got some artifacts here.
Ooh,
You might want to see.
shit, yeah. Oh, oh,
I got this down the road at Nepean Music. Hang on. Wait a minute. The CD inside.
no way.
Yeah.
And what is it? Transcriptions or?
Yeah. It's just. It's like all his groove stuff.
Wow.
Just all the simple stuff. Picture of somebody. I don't know. I don't know who
Stevie
that is.
Gadd. That's little Steve, probably.
Yeah, he's got to be on our right, doesn't he? The
Uh,
taller one.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was probably awesome back then.
Well, his parents used to take him to the local jazz club and he'd sit on
Yeah,
Buddy
with all
Rich
the
and all sorts
yeah,
of people.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that was a pickup.
Man.
That was on special.
How,
They
when
were,
it,
they couldn't get rid of it
when did you get that?
a couple of years ago.
Oh, mate.
It's a killer.
Oh, wow.
And then on the way to the game, mate.
I love it. Oh, what?
There it
Scary
is
Malacca.
with a crack in it.
Mine's here somewhere. What
I
about this
couldn't
one? Hang on.
I couldn't find ours.
Oh, I've got the Who Are You single.
Oh,
I've got the original demo we got signed one for.
wow! Oh, you've got a little case.
Looking down and blood.
Oh, wow!
The gang on the back.
Yeah.
And then a couple of Lord of the Flies singles.
Oh, that's got to be one of the best songs ever.
You reckon?
Oh God, yeah, live. My God, that
Yeah.
just scared everyone to death. It's awesome. And especially with Andrew on the side with his mic up like that, going, oh, hello, Mr. Man in the Moon.
I've got friends. I've got friends that still, when I answer their phone call, that's what they start off with.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, good album.
Oh,
Good album,
yeah.
that one. I did the artwork always was like interesting too.
Yeah, they ran
What the
out
hell is that?
when we were living. Yeah, well, we were living in Melbourne, we Andrew and a guy called Charles Kenway, he's an artist, and his girlfriend, they all went out and just grabbed stuff, and that's a dead bird from
Right,
St Kilda Beach, I think. And
right.
the fish on the back, there's a fish bone. That was one of our
Yeah.
meals from the hotel
Oh, what?
kitchen
From the Cosmopolitan?
from the Cosmo. Yeah. Oh dear,
Um, yeah, so
man.
we were playing. I was educating the boys on the way up
Mm.
to the game with that CD because my car has a CD player.
So does mine actually. My
Yeah,
that album is in the car, my car. Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
should
yeah,
get it out
yeah,
of there actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so we went to the game. God, no
Yeah.
wonder that they're coining us the cardiac blues
Yeah, well,
already.
I was going to say, so we've both watched the replay. What was the difference being there live as opposed to,
Well, I think for the Richmond supporters' perspective, they were just having fun because they were like, I
they were
I
just
mean
enjoying that
they
they were giving it
they were
to
just
us because
yeah,
they didn't expect to.
yeah, and I think we had a little bit more to prove
Yeah,
maybe because of the talk about finals and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
I think I don't know. For me, it felt like a little bit of a grand final at the end. I was just exhausted.
yeah. Okay, right.
So, but then, geez, yeah, the score line. it was really close, and live it felt really close. But when you watch the game, it wasn't. It looked pretty good.
Mm.
It didn't look as. It didn't. Yeah. I guess when you know that you've won and then you watch the replay, it's like, oh, well, the pressure's off, sort of thing. But so obviously McGovern just
Well, we'll get
kept.
into all of that.
Oh,
So obviously Carlton defeated Richmond by 5 points on
5 points.
Thursday night. Should have been
Um,
more, but we'll get into that as well.
yeah, and we finished in their goal square like in true Carlton fashion.
Yeah,
So
that's
it
right.
was like, here we go. Here
Yeah.
we go, the dreaded 5 point curse.
Oh man. Well,
So
it was funny because I had rehearsal, as you know, and was bummed that I couldn't watch the game on TV. But I was sneaking a few little looks
yeah.
whenever I had the chance in the corner behind the drums. I'd be watching a bit,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it looked really close, really high pressure, and I knew they'd come.
Third quarter.
I knew those bastards would come at us.
Oh, so did I.
And
You could just
especially,
tell.
yeah, and especially once you heard the team selection, and they rushed Martin and Nankervis
Yeah,
back in and Lynch back
yeah,
in.
yeah.
I thought, oh, hang on, they reckon they're a chance here.
Oh, and they absolutely were.
Mm.
Out of the middle, they were just getting all the clearances,
Mm.
and they were faster.
Yep.
They're a smaller, faster team,
Right.
I
Yep.
thought.
Yep. Yep.
So
Well,
they
we've.
got the jump on us, yeah, out of the middle most of the time.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
not that De Koning wasn't winning, the ruck battle. He did really well, but um, yeah, they were just getting their hands on it and out of the centre and just off. They were gone.
I think
So it was up to Young and all the fellas down back to just try and they did really well.
yeah.
They did really well, I've got to say.
I
Like,
thought Kemp had a bit of a blinder actually. Few errors, but I reckon he was great positioning, great intercepts, some nice field kicking, and
yeah,
I thought he was really really good. I reckon
it
he
was just.
holds his place in that team actually.
Uh, it sounds like he's gonna.
Yeah. Well, he should because
Sounds like,
he's kind of a really good sort of. He's not a tall.
no.
I mean, he's tallish, but he's not a big tall defender. But he's
Yeah,
man, he's athletic. Some of those leaps he was going for were fantastic.
yeah, yeah. There were just a couple of really tense moments where he ballsed it up, and
Yeah, yeah,
that made him look really, well, made me really angry. But
yeah,
um, yeah, no, and even Lewis Young's physicality on Lynch, we couldn't. I couldn't really. I wasn't watching it much, but watching it on the replay, he wasn't letting Lynch push him around at all
no,
physically.
no, no,
He was getting into him. I really like to see that.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it was a killer match, mate. God, it was just heart attack stuff.
yeah, and
I didn't want to lose that one.
no, I didn't either.
Coming off of Brisbane, I didn't want to
No,
lose to Richmond.
no.
Um,
To be
and we didn't
honest,
win.
I was a bit pissed off initially. I thought I wanted to beat those bastards by
40 points or something.
yeah, really give them a thumping.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And to their credit, I mean, I knew we said last week they're a danger, and
Mm,
especially this time of year when they're all fresh and the older boys can run around still. And although
yeah,
obviously, what's his name went off with his hammies as usual, Prestia.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, we knew they'd come at us. I wasn't quite expecting them to be that good. Um,
yeah.
if they can keep some of those old guys on the park this year, I reckon they'll trouble a lot of teams actually.
I don't know whether a lot of teams think they can take us,
Yeah.
so they go for it. I'm not expecting them to do as well against other teams, to be honest.
Why is that?
I just think that was an occasion for them. They wanted to. People
Mm,
like to hurt Carlton.
yeah, they do.
They think they like to, say, yeah, fuck you, we can beat you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, most teams really have a crack at us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for some reason, everything, it falls into place. Although they were bitching about, oh, we had players go out, and I'm like, well, hang on, mate. We're starting with players out, so don't
Yeah,
come. I
yeah.
come sick of that. Oh, we had some injuries. It's like, well, yeah,
And
we're
I
playing with it,
and sure enough, I knew they'd complain about the umpiring, and sure enough, yeah, on a lot of
mate. They had nothing to complain about. I'm
no,
telling you right now.
I
Every time we touched them,
yeah,
blink like that, it was like, oh,
especially the first half was theirs.
Richmond.
Yeah,
Oh, it
yeah,
was
yeah,
shocking. It
yeah.
was really selective.
The bumps probably squared the ledger in the second half a little bit, but
Yeah, yeah,
definitely they
yeah.
were looking after Richmond in the beginning.
Oh
Uh,
God, some of the pushes in the back weren't even there, and even the replays of
yeah,
stuff that were
yeah,
where there was nothing,
yeah,
where it was actually where it was actually friendly fire
yeah.
on Richmond's behalf, and we were getting penalised for it.
Is that when Rioli ran into Lynch and it looked
Yeah,
Lewis Young?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and we got pinged for that right in front of goal.
yeah.
So that sucked. That was really that when the umpires are turning the game. It's just the worst to
It's
watch.
very soft, that one. Having said that, I mean, I think they also they let the game flow a fair bit, which is probably not a bad thing because
No, that was good.
was a pretty
No.
hectic game. So I think there could have been frees either way. I noticed, especially the first, let's say, 2.5 quarters.
Yeah,
But they just sort of let it go a lot.
yeah.
But yeah,
It
Richmond
wasn't too bad. It was just that first half that was
is
like, oh, this is
terrible. Yeah,
killing us.
yeah, yeah,
This is hurting us.
yeah,
Because they were all at that, in the goal square sort of stuff.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but no, look, nah, it wasn't. That didn't come into play in the end.
No, look. I took some notes. I've gone through quarter by quarter. So maybe
I've
we
got a
should.
few.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I,
I've got a few brief ones.
okay. Here's a few points I've written down. Kerno had a chance at marking very early, and I suppose that this highlights an element that I has been annoying me for years. I know the big screamer's gone out of the game a lot, and I know coaches probably discourage it because it's not the percentage play or whatever.
Yeah,
But I reckon there's plenty of times where you would be better off jumping early. What they tend to do now, and Kerno did this in the first quarter. He had the sit on, forget who it was, but what the players tend to do is stay down and try and because they've got that advantage, they try and sort of push them out and mark that
yeah,
way. But I
yeah,
reckon that there's so many times they should actually go for a mark. You're still going to push them out with your leg in the air, and you got that
yeah,
height advantage. It really bloody bugs me that players don't do it. Saad had an opportunity to do it last week as well. Uh,
yeah, yeah,
sorry, against Brisbane.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think I still think as good as he is, I think Charlie's a work in progress
I do too. Yeah,
because they're still figuring out how Harry and Charlie combine.
yeah.
So there's that too. But yeah, I mean, you saw his. I mean, he gets hard. He gets tagged hard.
He does. Yeah.
Charlie, like there's always two, three people hanging off him, and his arms are getting chopped and everything, and he gets
Mm,
nothing.
mm,
Those guys get nothing.
mm,
They don't get frees down there.
mm.
Um,
As we said last week, he has to learn to deal with that and just man up and
yeah,
use his strength. And hey, peculiarly on another podcast, someone said
yeah,
the exact same bloody words, and I haven't heard anyone say that before. I'm thinking, boys, if you're welcome to, we're all Carlton supporters. You're welcome to it, but bloody credit it if you're stealing. Anyway,
yeah,
like it could have just been coincidence, but yeah, I thought, oh, that's pretty strange that suddenly someone is saying the exact same thing we said last week. Anyway,
what did we say last week?
that
I can't
Charlie
even
needs to
remember.
toughen up and man up, and
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
get a bit of
yeah, yeah,
couple of drops of mongrel sauce into him.
yeah. Look, I think he will. I think he will. He was building towards the end of the game.
Mm.
Um,
Look, you know what? I reckon he's just actually a really nice bloke too, very humble, and I think they've probably made him a leader to try and bring him out of himself a bit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
He got stepped in on that step on the head that knocked him around a bit because he was
Yeah.
very slow coming off.
Was he? Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
Ah,
took
right.
ages.
Yeah, right.
He was just walking.
Ah.
I was like, oh shit, is he going to be out or what? But you saw that, didn't you? You got stops in the head.
Yeah, I didn't think that was intentional at all. But
Oh God, no,
no,
no.
no,
But
no.
it knocked him around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he came back on, and
Look,
yeah,
the
no,
thing
he's
with
good.
Charlie, he fires up right when you need him to, you know.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
bottom line. So can't really
yep.
complain. I'm sure he'll add a few
He's good
things
to
to
have
his game.
around.
I was thinking about bloody Harry in the ruck is amazing.
He is.
It really works when he's in there. I
Yeah.
wonder if they did that to toughen him up a bit because it seems to have like he's a lot more
He's just come into this season with a
competitive.
different.
I was going to say aggressive, but competitive is probably more the word. Yeah.
Yeah, his intention is a lot. He's more confident.
Yeah, he means business this year, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's not like fired up confident. He's just really composed and he's really fit
Yep.
and he's grabbing stuff like out of the air. He's plucking really good marks and now he's just kicking right through the ball.
Oh man,
You
that
know?
how where have I written that down? How far did he kick that first goal? It was a good one, wasn't it? Like
Oh yeah, it was
50, right?
not far from the 50.
Just
Yeah,
inside the
yeah.
50 and on an angle, right?
Yeah, slight angle.
Yeah.
Well, it looked not quite 45.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was, I mean, it's really funny because when you see them warming up, they're kicking them all day.
Yeah.
They're just kicking them all day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it comes to the occasion and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But no, it's not even a talking point anymore now. Even
No.
I think even Vossi said, "Look, I'm sick of talking about it now."
Yeah.
In the press conference, it's like it's done.
Yeah. He's gone.
He's
He's clearly done the work in the preseason. He's got a
yeah,
nice routine going on.
and he's not missing any percentage wise. He's not missing any more than any other forwards in the comp anyway. So
Yeah, that's right. They all
it's
miss a
just
few.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not an issue now. I don't think anyway. He's just gonna do. He's gonna be yeah.
Well,
And
actually, it was that goal. It was the first goal, I think, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah. He
Um,
did kick the first goal.
Kempy did a beautiful step and had good composure and delivered straight to Harry.
Yeah,
And from probably yeah, maybe just outside the centre square type thing.
yeah, yeah,
So that was good. Bloody Newman made an incredible tackle on Martin
yeah.
in the first
Yeah,
quarter. Newman had a fantastic game, I reckon.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Some
yeah.
of
Me too.
those tackles were just
Oh,
unbelievable.
just when you think that they can get out of those tackles, he just keeps hanging on.
Yeah, well, Martin is bloody strong, and Newman nailed him. Eh? He was out.
Yeah,
He was out
yeah,
too. He was out.
yeah. Right.
The ball movement
Uh,
I've written down for our second goal was unreal through the middle. That was Cunners, it was Cripps, Carroll to Charlie.
yeah.
Amazing
Okay.
transition.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Loved it. Loved it.
But really, we won
Jeez.
the game more on transition than we did our favourite
So
style of pressure. Yeah,
that was the statistic, eh?
yeah,
That we were getting more rebound from the back line.
which is bloody exciting.
That means that if we can tidy up the stuff that we actually were, we were winning those clearances from like. So I'm stoked you sent me that link today.
Often the champion data guy.
Yeah, that data guy.
That was
That
amazing. Yeah.
that was really good because and yeah, I'd park that to the side as well that we didn't quite get it from the middle to the forward.
Yeah.
That wasn't our strength, whereas that was our strength last year.
Yeah.
And the back line was just holding up rather than slingshotting.
Mm. Mm.
So, man, if we can just get that going, oh, God, we'll look like a top four team.
Well, that's what he was saying today. We do have the elements that make for a top 14. We've got a great
Yeah,
defence, and we're able to
yeah,
transition well out of defence, rebound out of defence.
yeah,
And the
yeah,
transition game's going pretty well, and pressure as well,
yeah,
which is obviously our well, it's what we was what got us through to
yeah.
the final last
Quarter.
year. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And once we get Wiedering's organisation skills
Yep.
down back, that'll help Kemp a lot. I think I'm not worried about any of the other guys. The other guys that make me nervous, especially watching the game live, were Lewis Young and Brody Kemp. But I think with Wiedering being, delegating down
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
it will go up a notch. I don't think that they can't do it like Young or Camp. I'm not saying that. I just
No,
think
if we played
I
with for the rest of the year with those guys, it wouldn't be a huge issue. I don't reckon. I think, as we said last week, Vossi spent a lot of last year nailing that defensive thing down. I think
yeah,
that's probably why we got off to such a slow start. And obviously
yeah,
this year they're really focusing on the transition thing.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, so once we click into gear in a couple of games, man, good luck.
Yeah, that it is off. This
Good
is
luck.
us.
Yeah.
We
I've written here, Chera did an amazing tackle on Bolton
yep.
and a smother as well out of the middle for on Taranta, I think it was. So Chera
Yeah, I think it was.
did some good
And he
things.
kicked a goal.
Yeah. I'm going to ask a
Um,
stupid question. Is he left or right footed? I thought he was right footed.
I've got a feeling that he's capable. I couldn't be sure on
I
that.
couldn't either.
I've got a feeling that
Well,
he can swing around.
he's pretty handy off the left, but
Yeah, yeah.
I thought he was right-footed and has been doing just great left footers, but he did kick to the boundary umpire like a pass with his left foot. So then I was thinking, hang on, is he anyway?
Yeah, I don't know. The snap for goal was a right foot, that's for sure.
I think he's right-footed. I just think he's
Yeah.
obviously fairly.
He had a quiet game, mate. He was pretty quiet.
Well,
But
yeah.
but he did some, maybe there was some, off the ball stuff that I wasn't seeing. But it looked like watching the game he was not in it a lot.
I suspect they maybe asked him to be a bit more defensive for that game. I'm not sure. He took it upon himself to be a bit more defensive. I'm not sure.
That's the thing. Who knows? Like, it's easy to sort of, you can only see one dimension really when you're watching the game, and you don't know what the game plan is, so you just assume these things. But he did some important things. I always love his game anyway. Orazio Fantasia was a little bit wobbly.
Out of all the players, I reckon he was probably the quietest.
Yeah, he just did some strange things too that were,
It
yeah,
just was a bit off. That's
yeah,
it's funny though. I've listened to a lot of people all week talk about all these different players not having a great game, but when you watch the replay,
yeah,
all the said players pop up just at the right time. Like
yes, yeah, I agree.
Fogarty looked quiet in the first half, but suddenly in the second half he did some great stuff.
It's true what
Hewitt,
you're saying.
Hewitt the same. TDK came absolutely alive in the last quarter.
It's really funny because you can watch them and you think, oh, that was a quiet game. But if they put together a highlight reel, you go, fuck,
Yeah,
that was incredible.
I
That
reckon.
tackle,
I reckon it's. I reckon it just indicates that we're definitely play as a team now.
Yeah,
Because yeah, lots of guys just pop up right at the right time and do their thing, and then you might not notice them for another quarter or two, and then off they pop again. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I find it really encouraging. Actually, I didn't think anyone had it. Well, I think Fantasia was probably the only one I would say was a bit off
Yeah, well, they
for whatever
they
reason.
they just put they put Durden in. They subbed him off, Fantasia.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't having a stinker, but it just wasn't having an impact, and then just the fresh legs alone would have been more than what Fantasia was giving in the
Yeah.
last quarter.
Yeah.
So, fair enough. But I'm not,
Not worried.
bagging for Fantasia at all. No, I think he'll do something, some special things.
Yeah.
Um,
I've written here. There was a really good contest from Charlie. I think it was out in the pocket. But then poor second effort. I've noticed Charlie. Some of his second efforts could be better.
Gets the hands on the hips and does a bit of a watch as they stroll past.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
Lopes around a bit at the back of the pack.
Yeah.
Great tackle by Hewitt on Nankervis, the biggest player on the ground. Hewitt just bloody dumped him, grabbed him and dumped him. Sucked in.
Excellent. It was an awesome game. Like I'm not in conclusion, but my God, they were both running like crazy.
Yeah,
for 4 quarters.
Yeah, you would have noticed that live. Yeah.
Oh, it was just, it did not stop. I didn't feel it slow down the tempo.
No. Okay.
At all.
Yeah.
It was just, it was crazy. Which was, Richmond, I tell you, man, God. Are they the fastest? I mean, we haven't seen that many games this year, but are they the fastest?
Mate, I think as I said, this time of year they're pretty dangerous because they're all fresh and full of run, and I mean, geez, it's sort of, Carlton's here and they're there, and we're probably here and they're there on the way down, but they were there not so long ago, so we've sort of met, here.
Yeah.
That'll be really interesting listening if you're just listening to the audio. But no,
visuals are incredible.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, we're a high quality production here.
Got the lava lamps on. The Dick Smith lava lamps.
Got props.
Thanks, Dick.
Props.
Santa. I will say I love having, again, I'll say it, I love having Owies out there.
Yeah.
He just, I think he kicked a couple, actually.
Yeah, I think he did.
And his celebration, and when he grabs the jumper, and it's just, that stuff it makes a difference.
I'd probably have him over. I don't like. No, I shouldn't say this sort of thing. Maybe I'd have him over Durden, but
yeah, I would too. But it's hard to say, isn't it? Because has he had a decent run yet?
Look, all three of those guys, Durden, Owies, and Motlop, are a work in progress, I reckon.
How far off is Motlop then? Do you know?
Oh, I think they are expecting after the bye, maybe.
Hang on, we'll just check in the comments, mate.
Yeah, all 22 of you should be commenting on it.
I don't even know how you do that. How do you do that? Oh, there's a button here where you can comment. I'll comment a few times and say we've got listeners.
So they got in front by 12 points in the first quarter, and we showed a lot of discipline actually to hold them. Including an amazing tackle by Ollie Hollins, who has copped a bit of grief from podcasters this week. Oh, he had a quiet game. I don't think so.
Quiet? No,
I don't think so at all.
No.
Okay, he's maybe not getting clean kicks and possessions like people want, but it's all the stuff he does. As I think we said it last week, his pressure, his tackles. Baker was out and Hollins nailed him in the tackle, and that was it.
Yeah,
it held him out for the first quarter. So
yeah,
and he runs all night, doesn't he?
There is nothing you can. I don't. I wouldn't even begin to start saying anything about Hollins. He's saves our ass so many times. There are a couple of really good tackles, because he just goes the second and the third time. It's just So the
He's
you
our
can't.
modern day Simo. Apologies, Cade Simpson, Carlton Faithful. That was
Yes.
blasphemous last week. Cade Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a bit faster than Cade Simpson, I think.
Yeah.
Probably because he's about 20 years younger. But
But as we said, Simo would be ready to go. You could knock on his door tomorrow.
for sure.
Got some boots here. Right, let's go.
Yeah, he'd take 20 marks and
Yeah.
slingshot it down to
Get
Harry.
knocked out, be resurrected, come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cade Simpson and Fev got the Hall of Fame today. Is that today? Was it?
Oh yeah, who did get that? No, that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Was it yesterday? Was it?
Yeah,
I'm a
Fev.
bit slow with the social media, but
I didn't even check who got. Oh, yeah, I know Fev got in, but I don't know who else
yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Was Cripps nominated or something?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
whatever.
just saw this. I saw a clip that they did it on the air. What was his name? Luke Sayers did it on the air, and
Right. Okay.
which is kind of cool. I reckon you could put a pair of boots on Fev, and he might kick
He probably
5 or 6
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. You might have to give him a Barocca or something, but yeah.
Barocca. Yeah, yeah. He might have a couple of tablets.
So, second quarter, I've said I didn't notice Carroll in the first quarter. I don't think he was on the ground. Would that be right?
Um,
I didn't
don't
notice
know.
him, but I did notice him in the second quarter, and
Don't know.
he got an immediate clearance.
Yeah, I'm still nailing his number. I think it's
16.
30.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, I'd have to look it up. I'm still trying to nail his number because I keep seeing this young dude
I thought it was 16 for some
going
reason.
great,
Um,
and
this was riveting viewing. Where is he?
hang on, players
16. I'm a 16.
16,
It is 16, yeah. Yeah.
16,
Yeah.
36, close. Um, yeah, I know. Yeah, let him go. Let him go. He's going to be all right, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by all accounts, Cripper's putting enormous amounts of time into him, as far as I hear.
Yeah. Yeah. He
'Cause he's a Perth
reached out
boy.
to Cripper and asked Cripper to sort of help him out,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
So that's going to be good.
But he was, yeah, look, he hasn't had a blinder yet, but he's definitely gives us a bit of point of difference in the midfield, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah, I think so because we need something because now, Doc's out and who used to run through the middle and be on the wing as well.
Hmm.
So he's out. So we need, yeah, I think, I can't think of anyone else that we've already played that's come up from the VFL that has like yeah, like we said last week, he doesn't look like the Paddy Dow,
I
he
think
takes it on more.
yeah, so far I think they're pretty similar, but maybe Kemp's just got a bit more X factor or something about him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still believe Paddy Dow probably could have been a good player. I'm not sure what went on there. Yeah.
There was no spots, was there? There wasn't any spots at that point.
I don't think there was a lot of
Uh,
belief in him from Vossi. I think perhaps they only gave him a run because so many of the supporters were kicking up a stink about it,
yeah, yeah. That
and
was because he was doing so well in the VFL,
well,
and he kept.
and that's fair. He should have got a run. He did.
Yeah,
He got a run eventually, but he should have got a run before that. He was clocking him up in the AFL.
yeah. But
40.
then he'd go into the AFL and then just, ugh, he didn't get started. couple of times he got out of the middle with some bursts, but yeah, I don't know. He's with a good team now anyway.
Yeah,
So
we'll never know, and it doesn't really
yeah,
matter
yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
Uh,
Um, uh, Kerno, good content. I've written down notes here in my bag in Kerno for not being tough enough, but I've written good contest from Kerno. Gov took a screamer, and
He was all over the place, man.
Gov was, what a night. What a
He
night.
was just running all over the place.
He's so quick for a big man. Jeez. And athletic,
Um,
great leap, great, beautiful field kick mostly. Occasionally he
I,
buggers it, but
I tell you, who was sort of a little bit, I thought was flat was Zach Williams. He didn't really.
yeah,
He did a couple of good, you know, like he's capable, but yeah, on that night he was pretty quiet,
well, I've written
to be
here he
honest.
pulled off an amazing tackle.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
And then
but you know,
Gov went into the middle and then went to Cripps and TDK. And then our momentum was back in the second quarter. We upped the pressure.
yeah.
I have written down some stats on that here somewhere. Oh, geez, I've got bloody lots of notes for the second quarter.
Statistics.
I know. Yeah, so we were first quarter in the contested possessions. We were down 15. We were up 7 in the second quarter.
Yeah,
We were one inside 50s. We were -1, but 8 + 8 in the second quarter. And scores, we were minus 11 points down in the first quarter and got an extra 10 points in the second quarter. So we were up all round in all stats. We just put the accelerator down. We actually should have buried them in that second quarter.
yeah. They just kept coming though, and
Well, it was more the fact we just kept missing goals. When I say I would have liked to have beaten them by 40 points, I think we are a 5 goal better team, and really,
uh,
really, I think the second quarter showed that.
yeah.
I think they were very
Oh,
lucky that we missed
yeah.
so many goals. And at the end of
And
the
then,
end of the game, if everyone got their behinds, like the goals were fairly even, I think.
well, in the third quarter, it was pretty much goal for goal,
Yeah,
from what I remember.
but if they got all their behinds, because they kicked a lot of behinds as well, but
Yeah,
if all their behinds were goals and all ours were goals,
yeah,
we would have won by 5 or 6 goals.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And that was largely in the second quarter. We upped. I think we upped the pressure. Our one wood, the pressure and the
yeah,
contest.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
yeah. In my opinion, that we should have. It's a shame that we didn't nail them down that second quarter.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm.
No, from a wider lens point of view, geez, they just kept running and running and running. I don't know. It was from the feeling I had at the game was that it was pretty even.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, the score showed that, but uh, yeah, we make it we make it we make it hard for ourselves. We do. We'll get it right, but there's still a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
still a lot of kicking straight to the opponent
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That just kills you. It's just like, oh, it's so deflating. Like, yeah, banging it straight to the opposition, hitting them on the chest, stuff like that is just like, oh,
It's a beautiful controlled transition early on, and it went to Fantasia. I think he missed the goal. But then the next one was Newman to Mackay, just like against Brisbane, and beautiful
yep,
strong grab from Harry,
yeah,
and that's when he drilled it from bloody 55
yeah,
metres out on an angle
yeah,
with ease. It
yeah,
was a 65-metre kick,
yeah,
drop punt.
yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
so the media can shut their faces
Yeah.
now.
Bye bye, bye bye.
But I have written here in agreement with you, Richmond was super fast out of the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think,
Another tackle by
jeez,
Newman stopped one of their players out of the middle.
um, a lot of time, sometimes they had momentum
Yeah,
and they'd spray a goal, and that would sap the momentum
yeah,
out of them again.
yeah.
But God help us if Bolton had kicked a couple of goals when they were really coming,
He,
because that would have lifted it. They would have lifted like crazy, because
yeah,
you could just feel it.
he
You
let
could
them
just
down a
feel
bit
it.
that night. Actually, he was a bit
He
off.
was. He was. He just kicked. He did some. Unlike him,
Yeah,
he was. He was kicked a couple of goals. He just sprayed, and but like I said, and they had momentum. It,
I think
if
it's
they had have converted,
yeah.
it would have gone through the roof, mate.
Mm,
Because there was a
mm,
few Tigers fans there.
mm.
It's pretty loud.
Um, yeah, well, it's bloody karma for making a mockery of Doc in the goal square that a couple of years ago, whenever it was. I hope we didn't. I hope we didn't. I hope we weren't a bit flippant about Doc last week. It's bloody terrible. I think we were just excited
uh,
that we can replace him,
oh
but you
yeah.
sort of can't replace him in some ways too. So and might may be a career-ending one. This one it will. I'm sure it won't be. I'm sure he'll get up.
I reckon he might,
He's a bit of a champ. Yeah,
because there's,
he'll want to be a
he's,
part of this team. Yeah.
yeah. I wonder if he wasn't flat for the first couple of games, for the first game actually, or for the first couple of practice and the first match against Brisbane. I wonder if he wasn't a little bit flat already. Um,
Well, they got him. Well, they're playing him a little bit out of the middle, wasn't he?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
His
then
usual. He was doing his usual
and
thing, but
centre half forward, maybe.
well, he's usually a lot tougher.
Mm,
He's for a little smaller framed guy. He last year some of his gutsy work and his
yeah,
tackling and stuff.
yeah,
Um,
and good skills from Doc too. He's good
yeah,
skills.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he's a leader as well.
Mm.
So I reckon I've got a feeling. I just don't reckon he's done.
No, I don't think so. I know. I think he'll want to be part of the premiership team.
Yeah,
Uh, Whether we win the premiership this year or even try and go back to back next year, I think he'll want to be a part of it.
and
Um,
he's not the oldest guy out there either.
no, no. No, and he
So
doesn't move like an old guy. He's still sprightly
yeah,
and all that sort of thing.
yeah,
Gibcus was a terrible shame. I felt for that kid. Probably
yeah. That
slowed their momentum a bit too, I reckon.
yeah. Well,
Mm,
like I said, injuries.
mm,
Got plenty of those.
mm.
Um, yeah, that was nothing to do with us either. He just landed and went down, and that was it.
Do we have to watch 10 replays of it? Like
Oh,
you're
fucking
sort of
hell.
wincing watching it, aren't you? Like, oh shit, that would
I
have
th-
hurt.
I th- I thought something like I thought he had a head injury, because it took like, I don't know, about 10 minutes for the whole saga to from start to finish to, and
Get him
then
off the
out
ground and
comes,
whatever, yeah.
yeah, it was like shit. I thought he had a broken neck.
Mm.
He could have walked off the ground.
Get up! Stop
Give him a
whinging.
pair of crutches.
In my day,
On your way, mate.
we would have crawled off the ground.
At Red Hill.
The Willoughby Wildcats were even
uh,
tougher than you. Um, I've written here, Young got stuck into Lynch. How good is that?
yeah,
He was giving it to him. I hate
that's
Lynch.
so do I.
I hate
So
that
do
guy.
I. I've still got a photo of his thumb inside his eye on
Preppy,
my phone.
preppy looking motherfucker.
I'm just sick of his face. Wish he'd just fuck off. I don't want to see him prancing around there anymore. It's just shit. Get away. You know.
And
Yeah,
some beautiful pressure forced to throw, and then Ollie Hollands got the fifth goal.
Yeah, right.
Harry went into the middle. Nice tap to Carroll. Good clearance.
Jeez. What day is it? It's Wednesday, isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, nearly a week
Yeah, I
ago.
can't fucking remember.
Yeah, nearly. Well, this is why I took notes because I thought, yeah.
And
uh,
it's
Kennedy started to get more involved. Kemp took a great mark. Charlie had
Charlie
a
went for
miss.
a runner.
Had a miss.
He went for a run and
Well,
got tackled.
lots of inside 50s I've written here, but we kept missing. So,
Did you see did you see Charlie take off with the ball and try and kick that goal?
yeah,
That was just like why?
I don't know.
Oh, that was comedic. Yeah, that looked funny, but it wasn't at the time. It was just like it took him about half an hour to review that one.
Oh, so yeah, second quarter we were beating them all around the ground. I reckon that was our quarter, and as our chance to really we should have buried them, as as
Yeah,
as we've said a couple of times. Yeah,
yeah. Third quarter just went back and forward. It was
yeah,
just goal for goal,
yeah. That's
and
that's right. Yeah, beautiful half volley pickup from Carroll. Did you see that?
um,
The ball
uh,
came sort of maybe in the half back line, and the ball came over the back of the pack, and Carroll just beautiful half volley pickup to Newman, and then Newman went corridor.
yeah, okay.
Uh,
Newman's getting more and more involved. He was like,
yeah, he's
yeah,
like he's like an old diesel engine warming up, isn't he? He's just starting. Yeah, right. I remember this.
yeah.
He didn't
Yeah,
look
the
so
goal.
crash hot in the preseason games at all.
No. Even the first match, I was like, oh shit, where's he gone?
Yeah.
But no, he's coming back.
Mm,
He's coming back. Did you do votes?
I did.
Oh,
They're still up in the air. I think Newman's going to get a couple from me. I think he
oh
was
really?
really important. Yeah. Or maybe Gov. No, one for Newman, maybe two for Gov.
Oh, you're gonna give. Oh, you're gonna do. I thought. Yeah, okay. I'm giving everyone one vote.
Okay.
Don't
Oh,
know
yeah, maybe
why.
I'll do that too.
Because it's just too hard. Um,
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, everyone's raving on about Cripper, and
yeah, he was awesome.
considering the pressure he was under, yeah,
I
I
gave
forget
him.
how many 21 contested possessions or something like that. I'm not a stats sort of guy. I need to
No,
know.
he was just diving on it and handballing it.
Mm,
That was his. I just yeah no he's. I didn't give him anything this week because I gave him
Three last week.
three last week.
Yeah.
But so I gave three to McGovern.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, I went
you want to
three, two,
save
one.
him for later?
Oh, how long are we going for?
Oh, maybe another 5 or 10.
All
Uh,
right.
well,
I'm just trying to
I've got
think
all
what
these
else I've
notes.
got.
I've got all these notes. I can't waste all these fucking notes that I did. Pausing KO and writing stuff down. Shit.
Mate, just go to a game, all right? Enough. What
Immediate
is?
impact by Harry when he went into the ruck. Um, Beautiful half from Boyd. Is some nice
Yeah, boy.
some nice
Yeah.
corridor kicks from Boydie and Kemp and Gov.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
he was on fire.
and Newman too. And Newman too. Another amazing tackle by Newman. They were out and he nailed his tackle. So
Yeah.
I think stuff like that's really important. So I think
Yeah.
he'll be in my votes. Akers running back in defence as well all night, just
Oh,
run and run and run.
that was amazing, and I couldn't figure out why they weren't picking up on that
Mm,
because he was there on his own every time,
yeah, yeah,
and it happened like three
yeah.
times, like in succession. And I
Having
was just like,
Hollands and Akers on the wing is like having an extra couple of defenders because
yeah,
they
they
just
run, yeah,
they get back all the time.
yeah, yeah. We've got some true wingers now that
Yeah,
actually run.
yeah.
I mean, because obviously without Walsh.
Mm.
Um,
couple of people said Cunners had a quiet night, but see, he popped up as well at the right time and was involved in some
I
beautiful
just,
handball
I
chains in
wrote,
the middle. But yeah, maybe a bit quieter from him. But
I thought he could have done. That's what I wrote. He could have done more for the role that he was given.
mm.
Uh, and people were just running around him and getting past him. And I don't know. He was all right.
Well, which is
He was,
strange because I remember the week before against Brisbane, I was surprised that how hard he's going in for tackles in the contests, which I think of him as more of a, stay on the outside, wait for the clean ball, but he was going in pretty hard against Brisbane. So I don't know what happened there. Yeah.
yeah, it was just a bit of a dull game from him. I thought. I'm sure that he did, a couple of good things, but yeah, I mean, he's got a huge responsibility. You know, I think he could step up into it a bit more.
Mm-hmm. And some nice pressure from Owies in the middle, and then to Fogarty
Yep.
into the 50 to Cotterill for a goal.
Yeah. Cottrell always finds a spot, doesn't he?
And then after kicking that goal, he's back in defence. He's run all the way back
Yeah,
after the bounce. He's run all the way back to defence to help out. So
yeah,
he's
and he
another
can
he's
do it.
another one. I wonder sometimes. I wonder if he should be on the wing. I wonder if we're wasting him up forward a bit.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but I'm guessing they want to try and use him as defence. Forward 50 defence type stuff. Right?
I think it depends how the game plays out.
Mm,
I think it's nice to have the option if we need to use him as just a flat stick runner.
mm.
Um, but I'm pretty sure that from the interchange perspective, or when the teams came out, I'm pretty sure he always um, is swapping with a winger.
Right.
That's the intention anyway. But then things change, and he can he can go back. So I think that's something that they just have on the fly. They do on the fly with him because he can just run,
Yeah. Yeah. He's like a
and he's
little
tough.
wind up doll. Off you go, champ. And he just runs all
And
game. Yeah. Yeah.
he's tough. He's
Yeah.
really tough.
He is. Yeah. Yeah. Competitive. Good competitor.
Yeah, yeah.
Kempy went for a screamer. What'd you think of that?
Uh, I think didn't he knock either Harry or Charlie out of the way or something? It was something stupid like that.
Well, he spilt it, and then
Yeah. No, I'm not
I
impressed.
think Bolter was waiting out the back for his couple of easy goals he got out the back.
Yeah. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. And
I didn't mind it. I thought it was. Yeah. If he had held on to it, we'd all be lauding
oh
him.
yeah, be amazing. But
Taranto and Hopper out in the middle. You got to give them credit.
yeah,
They've been a good recruits for
yep,
that team.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but
Yeah.
Carroll got out of the centre again in the third. Kerno had a chance to jump early again on the wing, didn't do it.
Yeah.
And they were winning the contested possessions in the. Is that your cat?
Wants to come in all the time and then go back out. You know what they are. They want the door open. They just want options.
Richmond were up on the contested possessions 108 to 91 and turnovers as well to Richmond in the third quarter, I think.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Nothing much there. Fourth quarter. Carroll great out of the middle again.
Yeah.
Gov didn't go for a contest, I've written here, which is a bit disappointing.
Well, we were just hoping that they'd hang on in the fourth.
Mm.
Um, Richmond have that. Richmond have the history. Even though they're not the team that they used to be and all that sort of thing, but they have that. They have the that invisible stuff goes a long way.
Mm. Yeah.
When they have belief, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
But that's where we can step up now. That's where the part of our game that's come a long way is that we know what to do
Well, I've
when
written
we're
here.
5 points down.
I've written here. Well, Owi's got a lucky free. He got pushed in the back. So he did get his second goal there.
Yeah,
TDK really started to lift in
yeah,
the fourth. He started to win a lot of the tap outs.
yep,
He did an amazing tackle on Pickett, which is not
yeah,
an easy thing. He's an elusive character and quite
yeah,
strong
yeah,
too. And then an amazing contested mark, and then got the 50 meter and drilled the goal from 50.
yeah.
His athleticism and mate,
That was funny.
he's going to be like Grundy, but probably even more athletic, I reckon.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there.
Yeah,
Now that he's got that role, but the BT was just furious that the 50. He said that was more than 50 meters. That was more than 50 meters. God,
BT, the ex
rah
Richmond
rah
player.
rah rah. Yeah, it was just like shut up, mate.
Whatever,
Because
it
he was
still wasn't an
camera
easy.
was on an angle.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking BT. Yeah, roam around that one, mate.
Even your cat disagrees with BT.
Uh,
Still was a bloody hard kick to nail it from that. It was 50 meters out still. So,
yeah,
and then another amazing tackle on Nankervis by TDK. So he really lifted in that fourth quarter
yeah,
and probably got us across the line, I reckon.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm loving his game now.
there was I think it was in their goal square. It was a stoppage. Um, they cut to the camera on the ground in the stoppage, and I don't know. I'm fucked if I know how Cripper got the ball out through because there were so many players, and he just bloody muscled in and just got a ball out,
Probably, he probably threw it out. Just threw it out with one hand.
got the ball out to Chera, and then we got a goal. Maybe it was must have been our forward 50. I didn't realize, yeah, because
Yeah, yeah,
Chera.
yeah. He did. Did he? Yeah, he did. He got it out. He got it out to Chera, and then there was some indecision about where the free kick was or something. I can't remember now. God, it was a while ago.
I've written here Cripps to Chera to Newman to Mackay to Kerno for a goal. So
Yeah,
maybe
that sounds.
might have been that play. But
Yeah.
I'm buggered if I know how he got it out of that stoppage. It was just the strength and
Oh,
it just went through the legs. He just went under with his handball through the legs and hands, and it just went straight to Chera, and out they went. It was
yeah,
fucking amazing.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
he's a champ. He's a champ.
Akers lifted his pressure on the wing. Nearly a goal to Charlie. Um, Centering ball to by Cottrell to Boyd. Boyd had the shot on goal, missed, which was surprising because he's a hell of a kick, that Boyd.
Yeah. Hang on a sec, mate.
Yeah, get that.
I've got to take care of this.
Go and kill that cat. Hey,
Bloody cats. Cats did all right actually this week.
I don't mind the Cats. I got a bit of a soft spot for the Cats. I don't know why. They've sort of almost my second team, I think. I don't know
They
why.
always look good. They always look good.
Yeah, great
I know.
system. They're beautifully coached. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Cameron's goal was fucking astonishing.
I don't know how he does it. That
He's a
bloke.
freak show, that guy.
God, I've only seen him miss a couple of times.
Mm.
There were some good games I would have liked to have watched. I wish I had more time this week because I would have liked to have just to keep an eye on the Saints. I
Yeah, I
watched.
didn't watch much of the game. I didn't watch much of any other footy.
No.
But word is the Saints were pretty good against
Yeah,
Geelong.
yeah. I really want to keep my eye on the Saints because I don't know. There's just something about it's.
They always
Uh,
bother us. I know that.
yeah, yeah. They could.
They
Yeah,
push for eight.
They could lift.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can push for eight. Yeah. Um, by
Brisbane won again. Um,
They lost.
oh, did they?
Yeah, Freo beat them. Yeah,
Sorry, Gold Coast. I'm thinking of
Gold
Gold
Coast.
Coast.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Uh, um, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Freo beat Brisbane.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't either. I tipped Brisbane.
God. So
Um,
Collingwood and Brisbane are zip and two.
I did watch the Sydney game, actually, the Sydney Collingwood game.
Yeah, yeah, I
Loved
watched a
watching
bit of
Sydney
that.
beat Collingwood. That was great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I tipped them to win. I think they look bloody fit and hungry this year, Sydney. They look a bit scary, to be honest.
That looks so slick.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, they're
And
going to
they're
be there.
and fit, and they're suddenly big, like those young guys that have been coming up, and like
Yeah, okay.
Warner and the gang.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
suddenly look like men, and they're bloody strong and
yeah,
fast, and yeah,
yeah. Get
and
into that creatine and they hit the gym and they just yeah
a
they double in size.
bit of Bondi marching powder. Um, oh, I've written here. Fogarty's chimed in the fourth quarter. He started to step up and do a few things. Great, strong saving mark from Kempy.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, great pressure from Sard,
yeah. He was great to watch actually.
and I'm not sure who else would, with a kick out with so much at stake, decide to step around to Rioli, but Sard did it.
Yeah,
Balked the kick and ran around him.
yeah, 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 yeah. I think he does that once every game, at least.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You gotta be confident to try something like that on. Great defensive pressure from Newman, and then a nice kick in the corridor.
Yeah. The old
And
bullet kick.
yeah, I did.
They all played well.
Did Charlie get another goal in the fourth? Don't know.
I
Anyway,
can't remember.
good win. I reckon it's. I'm watching it. It looked like we were being beaten in the pressure game. Whenever I tuned in on the
Yeah.
and that's probably true, apart from second quarter. But our transition and movement through from defensive to forward 50 was fantastic. So
And it's new still too. So,
yeah, and
you know,
Joel Selwood said a couple of times, I'm really impressed with Carlton. They found different gears now.
yeah,
They can go and explode and rebound, and they can
yeah,
hold it up. So
yeah,
exciting times. Once we combine that with our incredible pressure and contest, man, jeez.
yeah. I mean, I go by those guys, the ex-players, when they're commentating. I rate them. I listen to what they say more so than your
Oh, for sure, yeah.
than your David Kings and you know
Oh, I don't mind David King's.
yeah he's all right.
I think he,
It's just that it's just that some of these guys are fresh from the game. You know,
yeah.
like
Buckley's great to listen to.
oh yeah, he knows his shit.
He does, yeah.
Um, uh, but yeah, I like hearing new. I love it when a new guy like Charles Selwood,
Mm,
you know,
mm,
and those caliber of players, whether you love them or hate them, um, they know their footy,
yeah.
and you can trust that they're not saying anything at this point for popularity. You know, it's good when they're new at it because they're just speaking them from their heart and their mind
Yeah.
and their experience. When they become more of a celebrity, then it's kind of like there's a script here, and we're going to go for this. We're going to lean this way, and we're going to lean that way. But when they're new, it's like, oh, okay, so we're getting some real intel here because they.
Especially if it's Ed Kerno. He speaks from the heart and mind. It's just what's in his heart and mind. I think it's bongs and camper vans and surfboards.
Yeah.
I loved his commentary in that pre-season.
Oh.
I was cacking all night. I thought it was fantastic all day. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you could get paid for it, go for it, you know.
That's a tidy left foot.
Oh, yeah. I have a word to him about that one after the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Didn't do that in the backyard. Oh,
I loved it.
no.
I loved it. Yeah, so I listened to what were they called? Sleep Token.
Sleep Token.
That was good.
Yeah, I thought you might like that.
That drummer's
He's got
yeah,
some chops.
he certainly does. Very clean and precise and
And you can hear that he's been given full rein.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, okay, mate, we want you here because you do this. So you go and do what,
Really good band too. Like they seem to be covering a lot of genres and doing it
absolutely,
all really well.
absolutely. And the producer, the singer, the
Mm,
vessel,
mm, mm.
he's I've listened to the first. It's a trilogy. There's 3 albums and there's a trilogy.
Oh, so what was the one you recommended
So
to me?
what did I send?
The Eden
Oh,
one, something
oh, oh,
about
yeah.
Eden.
That's the finish of the trilogy.
Oh, okay. So I should go
Take
back
me
and
back
listen.
to Eden. So that's the strongest one for
Yep,
sure.
yep.
Um, and the other two have their moments, like you know, especially when they get heavy
Mm,
and they get nasty. The
mm.
bottom end is just like, oh, I love it. Um, and that DW sound, that DW kit that he's got.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it never fails. Especially with that genre. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
like you wouldn't sort of say that it's a traditional jazz kit. You know what I mean? Like, but in that genre, it's like bang.
Yeah, they're very punchy, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, the first two are good too, but I just think that they've got something in their songwriting that separates them
Mm,
from that genre. Like you said, they uh, sonically they cover a lot of
mm,
the producer covers a lot of different textures,
mm.
and he can play piano nicely as well. And I think that really, God, that's so valuable in a, to be heavy is one thing, but if that's your only thing, the album starts to, just it's same.
Yeah, yeah.
But when they duck around and dodge around into different things, and um, I don't know, some people hate them, think it's too much or whatever.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like, yeah, it seems to be like it's a musos band, but I don't understand that. I don't understand. It's just good
I mean,
music.
they're all choppy, but not in a corny like Dream Theater sort of way. I, I, I would call Dream Theater a
Nah,
muso-y band, and yeah, they don't appeal to me much. Yeah,
I still haven't listened to anything they've done. So um,
it's
just because
a
yeah,
bit like people for years. You got to listen to Rush; they were the greatest. Neil Peart's the greatest, and it's like I can't listen to them because well, number one, the singer, his voice drives me insane,
yeah, okay,
insane, and yeah, Neil Peart was great, but by the time I listened to him, I was probably had already listened to guys that were starting to, well, long
yeah,
sort of advanced beyond that stuff.
yeah, definitely,
But yeah, Dream
definitely,
Theater's a bit right like Rush for me. It's just I
yeah,
just can't
yeah.
come at it. Yeah,
I
um,
just thought there was probably a comparison, with them
yeah.
in that they have that English mindset too. Um,
Who's that?
Russia, they're English, aren't they?
Canadian.
Are they Canadian?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because they don't sound, yeah, they sound like more melodic in that English sort of in that English
Well, Canadians are a
style.
different breed to Americans, aren't they? Aren't
Yeah,
they? You know,
yeah, yeah,
they're,
yeah.
they're much
Well, yeah.
cooler as a people. Um,
As
but yeah, yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I just like it when I think English bands have just got like there's nothing against it,
Mm.
the American rock, nothing at all. But
Oh, some of them are amazing. Yeah, yeah,
mm,
yeah. So, any gigs coming up for you?
nah,
No.
nah.
You still doing the solo stuff, like guitar and blues and sort of thing? Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'll put a little bit out on every month. Um, I'll put one out on the streaming services or whatever. I've been rehearsing a bit with
Under
a band.
Underground Miller or
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'll check it out.
yeah. It's all the stuff you've heard.
Yeah, good.
I just keep throwing one a month out, and yeah, I've been rehearsing with the band, and so I'm gonna keep it secret for a little while.
Cool.
Yeah,
Unreal.
yeah,
That sounds good.
yeah. It's gonna be good. Pretty pretty quietly chuffed.
Good. Good.
Yeah, something different.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
um, yeah.
Very good. I got
Can't
it.
wait. Can't wait to just say stuff about it, but I can't yet.
I think might know what that is.
It's,
Would
it's
I or no?
it's not that. It's
Okay.
not
It's not
that.
that. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. We don't even know where they are.
Right.
Those guys.
All the
Um,
guys.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
I
the
know
bass player
where.
pops up on Facebook a fair bit.
I know where Michael is. Yeah, I
Quinn
know.
pops up on Facebook a bit.
Michael and Quinn are around, but I don't know where Rob and Glenn are. So
Yeah, right.
but that Star Killer thing has streamed pretty well.
Yeah, good.
That got up to like 1,200, I think, monthly views
That's great.
to date. So like that's for me that's like probably the largest thing I've ever been involved with that's had that sort of count.
Mm.
And
I
there's
don't.
still
I don't
little
even
bit of
know.
interest there.
I don't even know who put the Scary Mother album up on YouTube. That's the only place you can listen to it. I don't even know.
I
I don't even know who did it.
No, I don't know. Oh, it's like just some dude.
They're making money out of it because they're
And it
advertising on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I've got it. I've got it on YouTube, but I think it's a video. I think it's been
yeah,
uploaded as a video. Yeah,
it has. Yeah, but it's the
pretty
album,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's the
Mm.
album.
Mm.
There's a couple of video clips there too. Um, there's
Yeah,
Lord of
yeah,
the Flies is there when you
yeah,
guys are all in a row doing this.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
But
When we had
yeah,
hair. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Jeez, what was I going to say? I can't remember. Oh, we can't find our masters. We'd love to remix that album, but
Yeah,
we don't know
yeah.
where the masters are.
Wow, they'd be owned by somebody, wouldn't they?
Well, oh God, I nearly had my hands on them in about the year 2000. I had the Mushroom were like,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, come and get them. That's all good.
oh, really?
Yeah, and then I just thought, oh, look, the boys have moved on. They're doing something different now. And I just thought, bugger it. And then
I loved the thing that Andrew was doing
flooding me.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was cool.
I like that music.
It was good. Yeah.
Similar
So,
vein.
and then I found out that Mushroom had sold, yeah, we were part of a big sale of catalog to Warner's,
Oh,
and contacted the chick at Warner's. I remember you guys. Yeah, I'll chase that up for you. And then I have never, ever heard a single thing from her again.
yeah,
And I've
yeah.
tried to call her like
Oh, what?
30 times or something.
Damn.
So, who
I think that
knows?
that would be worth getting hold of, mate.
I don't think it'll ever happen. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's hard because, like, even with our stuff, with Death Rhyme stuff,
Yep.
Sony won't let it go,
Really?
and they won't even do anything with it, but they won't give it up
Right.
either
Right.
because they just can't be asked. You know, it's just fucking like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But so that the Star Killer thing was pretty much demos of what the album was,
Cool.
d-
Okay.
done at Hot House with
Oh yeah, yeah, Hot House. Yeah.
yeah, with Woody Anderson. I don't know if you ever met Woody. He's an English guy,
No.
and he tracked all of that stuff, and Quinn found it on a DAT in a garage,
Okay.
in his garage,
How good. How
and
cool.
went, "Oh,
Yeah, right.
I've got these," and
Wow. Wow.
they're his.
Did Rick Will mix your album?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was the thing. It
Were you happy with
wasn't
it or not?
wasn't accepted by Sony, and then they sent it to Rick. And
Okay. And they
I
were
mean,
happy?
I really didn't know. I didn't. Not that I didn't care, but I mean, we'd played the songs that many times. It was just like, you know, we've recorded them. Okay, what do you want to, what do we uh, pick? Picking through things with a fine tooth comb when we've already done them to death anyway,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's just like, so I don't know what happened
Did
there,
you
but
you'd say you didn't re-record with Rick, he just mixed it or
he just
oh.
took all that,
Uh
and
did you hang with him
they,
much?
only a couple of times.
Okay.
He was constantly with runes, and he's constantly throwing runes.
Was he?
Runes like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
would tell you future or whatever. I don't know. So he's in the mix, he's got the mixing desk going and everything. He's throwing runes on the table and everything. Hey man, how you doing? And typical larger than life American dude, but lovely bloke, yeah,
Yeah.
and really
He
talented.
died a couple of years
What?
ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yeah. Heart attack. Not good.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
He was a really high spirited. He was a shining light, that guy. I didn't know him very well, but I could tell straight away he was the most enthusiastic producer I've ever come across.
Yeah, he was. He was like when
And
we
he
met him,
loved it.
he was like one of the band, but yeah, he was a different person before he went. He was a victim of his own
Oh, okay.
victim of childhood stuff, and then a victim of his own
Oh, shit.
lifestyle, and then a victim of the music industry, really, because
Yeah.
the work started drying up, and he was lost. He just didn't know what to do with himself, I think.
Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, terrible,
I,
terrible stuff. Yeah.
I mean, all of the Aussie stuff that he recorded and mixed and
Mm,
produced,
mm, mm.
he did a lot of work.
Oh,
Diesel stuff was
yeah,
a
Barnesy.
lot of Diesel stuff. Yeah, all
Yeah,
that
Barnes.
crew.
But he did Incubus, and he did Soul to Soul. He did some Pat Benatar
Pat
stuff.
Benatar, Ziggy Marley.
Ziggy Marley.
Yeah,
He was world class engineer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But, anyway, yeah, we always felt our album was a bit thin, but it's funny when
He
you
had some.
when you really
He had some good tricks.
yeah.
I liked his delay on the snare drum. Go, 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 go,
Yeah, he
go,
did
go,
that
go,
on
go.
me.
He did that
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I think we discussed that on that last tour we ever did.
Did
Yeah.
we? Yeah,
Did he
'cause I was
put
thinking.
delay on your snare? I was going, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did it to me too. So, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Some of his panning stuff was brilliant too. Yeah,
Yeah.
the way you pan
Um,
and
Dorian's bass was really good.
and Rick had very cleverly, Rick, I think we need more bass drum. Can you turn it up? Yeah, man, hang on. and he would stand in front of the controllers and pretend to do it.
No, and yeah, not
Yeah.
turn it up.
How's that,
Yeah.
man? Yeah. Yeah, that's much better.
I think so.
Cool, man. Cool. Bastard.
The old stand in front of the
Yeah,
faders
pretend.
and move into it, your whole body. Yeah, I turned it up.
Yeah, how's that? That's way louder. Yeah.
You can hear it, can't you? Ah, shit, that's no good. Yeah, well, he was awesome. He was awesome to work with anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's a rock star. Back then, he was a rock star engineer. Flying around the world, flying his pull tech outboard gear and the rack all
Yeah,
to all
right.
they'd arrive in the studio for Rickster.
Wow.
Mm. Well, I think the cat's telling us to wrap it up. North Melbourne, is it worth? I don't know. I guess one question: Do you bring guys back? If Walshy's up, if Weeders is up, do you bring them back for this game to just get a bit of run in the legs, or do you rest them? Because we don't need them. Not for North Melbourne. No offense, North Melbourne, but you are in the
No.
rebuild stage.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think it sounds like to me, Walsh is someone who needs to have a little bit of a soft run.
The only thing, I think he took quite a few games to warm into it last year. They put him straight back in, but it was like it was less than impressive for quite a while, for about 4 games, I think. Then he finally came to life against Gold Coast, where we all did.
I mean, I can't tell, is he right or is he not right? I mean, so, this is the thing. We never know, do we?
I just look, if he needs to get surgery and take another year off, do it.
Yeah,
It's
I
worth.
don't know.
It's worth. We
If
we can cover for him. We didn't think. We have the depth now that
yeah,
we can cover for him. I
yeah,
mean,
we've got runners.
there's no one like him, but you can still cover for him, right?
Yeah, him firing is amazing, but so I don't know.
I don't care. I don't care if he's not right, and they're sort of
For me, I'm more concerned
try
about
not
the
to cause panic amongst supporters. We'll see how he goes. Meanwhile, they're thinking, oh, he's stuffed. He needs surgery. But
yeah. My main concern is Wiedering. I really desperately want him to come back.
yeah,
That's my main, but the other guys, they're going great.
Look, I think Youngie's been fine. I think he's a different player to Wiedering. He probably hasn't got the same intercept thing going on that Wieders does, but he's lockdown one-on-one defending's good. He's quite good.
Yeah, but I just mean the organisation behind the ball.
Yeah.
That's like a huge. That's another string to his bow. So I desperately want him back as quick as possible.
Yeah, okay.
I've felt that way ever since I heard he went down. I'm just like, please, let's get him back. Please, let's get him back. And but I know that he's the ultimate pro. He'll be, when he comes back, he'll be ready.
Yeah,
he's not going to fuck around.
Yeah.
He's not going to go. He won't be undecided about anything. Or okay, I think I'm ready to. No, he'll when he's coming back, he'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
'Cause he's from Mornington Peninsula too.
There you go. They breed him tough down there, mate.
Red Hill.
Who else are we waiting on?
He's got a wing. He's got a wing on one of the footy grounds down here.
Oh, of course. Beautiful.
Yeah. Him and a Sydney player. Can't remember it. Yeah.
Cunners, do you put Cunners in? Is he who would he replace?
Wiedering?
No, Cunningham.
Or what?
No, sorry, not Cunningham. Marchbank.
Oh, Marchbank.
What am I talking about, Cunners? Marchbank.
I don't know where he's at either.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's close. He's good to go.
Um, I would. I like the small full. I like the small backs. Um, it just depends. It depends
Hmm.
what sort of grunt is he going to bring? Because
Great intercept, Mark.
yeah, I just don't want him and
Reads the play beautifully.
Wiedering banging into each other. That's all.
No, they seem to work pretty well together. I think Wiedering and Young don't work so well together for some reason. I'm not sure what that is, but
Yeah.
they seem to nullify each other when they play together.
Oh, you can guarantee Young's going to fly over the pack and get the double fists out and just
Your favourite.
spoil his teammate. Boom! Yay! Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know about Marchbank, but whoa, fuck's sake! Fucking hell!
It'll
He's
want to come
screaming at
back
the
in
door in a minute.
in 2 minutes time. It'll be screaming. Yeah, want to come back in.
um, don't know, mate. Don't
Hmm.
know how I feel about that.
Hmm.
Uh,
Motlop, will you put him back in for a run?
I'd love to.
Yeah, I'd probably put Motlop back in.
I'd love to see that.
Give Fantasia a rest, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he'll have to be managed really for a while because his body's been has had a lot of problems over the last few years. So
Fantasia.
yeah, I would imagine they'll have to manage
Yeah.
him. There'll be a fair bit of management going on with him.
Yeah.
Um,
So I don't know how that looks like.
it'd be good for
Because they've got all these.
Motlop to have a run against a team that's rebuilding and not. Although apparently they did pretty well against GWS.
Yeah.
There was some good signs there apparently.
Yeah. The score didn't look
Mm.
that bad.
But there seems to be the sentiment that maybe GWS they cruised a bit. They weren't really.
Okay.
They they
Yeah.
didn't they didn't put in 100%. So
Yeah. No. Fair enough.
mm.
Oh, geez, Bulldogs are in trouble, aren't they?
They looked terrible. I
Uh,
wonder if it's time for Beveridge to go. To be honest,
they've got like a good looking list
yeah,
on paper.
yeah.
I tell you what I did. I tell you what I did was a highlight for me, who I hate. I can't stand. Like he's easy to dislike, and that's Ginnivan. Watching him play was really really fun. Actually,
Well, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I didn't see any of that. Yeah,
he
yeah.
was really good. He was really good on the weekend.
It sounds like Hawthorn put up more of a fight than I thought they were going to as well.
That,
Because they've been ravaged by some bad injuries, but
yeah. I thought they were really good. Um,
so
uh,
our draw is looking bloody hard, man.
yeah,
After North we got Fremantle.
there's a lot of travelling, isn't there?
Yeah, Fremantle. Now I don't know where that is. I'm just looking at the Carlton draw. So we've got Fremantle followed by Adelaide, followed by GWS, then Geelong, then Collingwood, then Melbourne, then Sydney, then Gold Coast, then Port Adelaide. Then Essendon should win that, although they might be firing by that time. Geelong, Richmond again, GWS again,
Hmm.
then the Bulldogs, then North Melbourne again, thankfully, then Port Adelaide again, then Collingwood
Yeah,
again, then
yeah,
Hawthorn, West Coast, St Kilda.
yeah.
Jeez.
Hawthorn West Coast might give us a bit of a rest, but then Hawthorn, yeah.
St Kilda?
Look, yeah, St Kilda's going to be tough. I think you could argue. I haven't looked through everybody's itinerary, but I think you could argue that this competition is just stacked.
It is. It
Oh,
really is. Yeah.
there's so many
We said that.
possibilities.
We did say that, didn't we? It's going to be a really,
Yeah,
really even year and hard to.
yeah.
That's why kicking goals are going to be bloody important. That's why second quarter they should have nailed those goals.
It's a
Anyway.
lot of points.
Hmm.
There's a lot of points. So yeah, look, they seem pretty serious to me.
They do. We're looking
The
good.
Blues.
We're looking good. Yeah.
Yeah, they know they're really professional now.
Yeah.
Not that I don't know what that even means, but they seem to probably have everything managed better. I would say even their recoveries and their mental health, all of those things that they look through now,
Hmm.
um, is is really. It looks like a proper team now from the ground up. It looks like they're looking after all angles. And you just hear little things. You just hear them talk,
Hmm.
from the players to the coaches to whatever, to the board or whatever. And you just listen to them and, because it used to be all talk, you know, um, 5 years ago. And now it's like, well, to get to these spots, to get to these top four, to this top four at the end of the season, all of these things have to be addressed, or don't even fucking bother, because you're going to get smashed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You'll get beaten in every aspect of it, and I think
Well,
it's
they've
such a pro side.
clearly added new elements to our game, which is really exciting. Like
Yeah,
and I wonder if they have actually, apart from Brisbane, where they really ramped up that pressure,
yeah,
it almost felt with Richmond like, no, we're going to stick with just trying to beat them on transition more so than pressure stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Like, so
yeah.
that
Maybe.
takes a lot of confidence to do that. But I suspect that's what they did. Like, no, we're just going to, boys, you're just going to tough this out, and you're going to have to beat them on transition, not clearance.
Yeah, and I think an important point that I heard today, which is you're going to have to sacrifice a couple of sneaky goals that are going to get out behind you
Mm.
if you're going to play that game from slingshotting from the back to the
Yeah,
middle,
that's it.
right?
Yeah, that's the other
You,
element we're going for, isn't it? A bit of a
the risk,
the
yeah, that
rebound, the
risk for
rebound.
reward.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
you might get a couple of turnovers that cost you a couple of goals, but you're going to be down there all the time.
yeah,
You're going to be down in front of goals all the time
yeah.
if you can do it. I
And,
think we're more than capable to do that. We've got
and
speed.
and take a bit of risk through the centre. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it's the way
interesting.
to go.
That champion data guy said Carlton actually have those elements, because the grand finalists, the winners of the season, have been over the last few years have had that
Yeah,
they had those elements to their game.
and he lined them all up,
Yeah, and
didn't he?
we've got them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So um, actually, David King was right about McGovern.
What do you say?
Oh, well, before the season started, when he went to the practice matches, he just said McGovern looks fucking amazing,
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
and fuck, I tell you what, he's got some run.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't look. He looks like he's loping along, but his strides must be like 3 strides compared to someone's one.
He's bloody fast, actually.
I know.
He's bloody fast. Hey, and Harry ran another,
Oh, mate,
13.8 Ks.
he's a great runner.
14 Ks against Brisbane and 13.8 against Richmond.
He's so lean
For a
and he's
forward.
so strong.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's going up in the ruck.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. I'm just
Yeah.
stoked.
I'm really stoked with him. Oh, shit. We got to do votes. Let's do votes and then we'll call it a night, eh?
Yeah,
What do you reckon?
yeah, yeah. Let's do it. Got to get to bed. I'm old. I'm
I'm going to
old.
get.
I'm white.
Now. Okay, Grant. Righto. What do you got?
Okay. Well, I gave Gov 3 votes.
Ooh,
Backman.
okay.
He's
Yep.
Brownlow, mate.
No, I think that's fair.
And I gave Charlie 2.
Okay.
And
So everything
just,
I was saying tonight, you're sitting there thinking that's a load of bullshit. I thought he was great.
yeah. I
Yeah.
thought Curnow.
Huh.
No. Watching Curnow and what he has to deal with
Yeah.
every game.
Yeah, that's
Every
true.
game.
Yeah.
Every game of his career is just like, fuck, I've got 3 blokes hanging off me. One of them's got his fingers in my eye. One of them's got chopping my arm. One of them's kicking me in the nuts.
Yeah,
He
well.
gets nothing. Anyway. And you know what? I just gave Lewis Young a vote
Youngie.
because he was just pushing Lynch around like, fuck you. And I loved it.
A Lynch vote.
His in my eyes,
Yeah, I loved watching that too. That was great.
Lewis Young was solid.
Yeah.
Oh dear, but yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. That's it. You've done it.
What did you do?
I don't know who gets my 3.
What about? Oh yeah.
I mean, I want to give it to Cripps, but that's based more on.
See, I don't do it like I
Most.
don't do it professionally. I just think, no, he should get one.
Well,
he should get 5.
I'll tell you
I'd
what.
give
I'll
Cripps
tell you what.
three
I'm going to give
every game.
TDK 1.
Oh,
I'm going to give
nice.
Newman 2.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't know.
Charlie.
Well, Harry almost deserves some votes too.
Mate, Harry kicked fucking lots of goals.
But you know what? Against basically being monstered by bloody Taranto and what's the other one?
Yeah. The other new guy you were talking about.
Hopper.
Was he a recruit? Yeah.
Hopper. To still get all those contested possessions, I'm going to give Cripps 3.
Cripper.
Yep.
Cripper or Harry, I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been Harry.
Could have been Harry. But look, I think
Harry.
Let's give.
Harry's going to have plenty. He's going to get plenty of votes, Harry.
Yeah, I could have almost
He's going to get
given him the 3, but I gave him 3 last week, so he's.
Yeah. I didn't write that down last week, so I forgot.
I've got him here. You gave Cripps 3,
okay.
You gave Charlie 2, and Carroll 1.
That's right.
I gave Harry 3,
Yeah.
Fogarty 2, and Williams 1. So
Williams, yeah, that's right. He did play well.
Yeah.
The 1 vote for me is the coach's award.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
It's not the greatest, player. Like I gave it to Jack Carroll. Like,
yeah, okay.
Not even settled in yet, but it's like give him something.
Yeah.
I'm giving
TDK 1 just because I thought he's up against one of the best ruckmen in the league.
Yeah.
Big, strong prick of a bloke, and I think he generally held his own. He probably got maybe outplayed a touch in terms of hit outs and things. But then to just keep running and stuff he did in that 4th quarter, I reckon, that's why he's got one of my votes. Did well against a really tough, experienced opponent and just kept going and had a blinder in the 4th quarter. So that's why he gets my 1 vote this week.
Now, there was another interesting observation from one of the commentators. No, one of the other channels, one of the other YouTube channels, that even though, Lewis Young it's a hard job and he's not the best at it, right?
Yeah.
He never drops his head.
Yeah. No,
that's massive.
Yeah, I don't. As I said, I think I said last week, people have got a short memory. Back in 22, we were without Wiedering for 6 weeks from that stupid bump he tried on DeGoey when he wasn't quite in position to do it. But I mean, good on him. He still went through with it. But buggered his shoulder for 6 weeks or whatever. Young was fine. Young did
I
a good job.
know, and like, but I've been really fucking hard on him.
Yeah,
Like
well, a lot of people have.
in the
Yeah.
lounge room, it's
Mm,
just disgusting, right?
yeah.
But I took that on board. I thought, no, hang on, that's right.
Mm,
He never stops fighting.
yeah. No, he's good. And I'll tell you,
That's
someone said today on one of the podcasts that, Sard, um, he was a great intercept mark, but now he's doing the lockdown thing really well too. So
yeah,
and that's a good point. Like he's got both elements going on. Williams is going to be great in that back line as
I
well. He,
think so.
he and Sard are just going to rebound out of that like nobody's business. Then you got Kemp and McGovern as well, which got the intercept
Yeah,
and run as well. So
yeah.
yeah, I was never ever worried about the back line.
Oh God,
Yeah, after I know Wiedering, look, you'd have him in,
yeah,
you'd
yeah,
have
yeah,
him
yeah.
in a second, but
We-
I wasn't that worried in the back line. I think it's
Yeah,
probably still the uh, no, the midfield are doing pretty well too. I mean, they're
I
they're
guess.
an elite midfield, a little bit of a one speed type setup,
Yeah,
but yeah, maybe the forward line still needs a bit of tweaking, but
but I didn't expect what they're doing with the
mm,
forward line.
mm,
I thought it was just going to be lock it down
yeah,
sort of thing,
yeah,
but they're shooting out of there now.
yeah, yeah.
So I really should, yeah, I really should, yeah, give them a break because they're doing more than they did last year. It's just gone from strength to strength, you know.
That's another one we need back is Martin, Jack Martin.
Oh, oh, mate.
He's a very important piece of the puzzle up there.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
hope they can get his body right. Hey,
Oh, just one quarter out of Jack Martin would make me happy every game.
one good one. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he
yeah,
kicks two, three
yeah,
goals.
yeah. So yeah, a few selection headaches coming up in the near future. Good problem.
Yeah,
Good problem to have though.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Righto, mate. I'm nearly
Oh,
boiling to death in this room. I don't have the fan on because I think it would be too loud. But
oh, I couldn't do it the other day. It gets to 50 degrees in here, mate, in the
yeah,
Tin Palace.
the Tin Palace. Love it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets so hot and it just dropped down to what it dropped to 17 today. It's like now it's
Oh, really?
hoodie weather now.
Oh, Melbourne.
Yeah,
Good old Melbourne, eh?
pissing down with rain coming down sideways. Went for a run anyway.
God, I remember even in December you'd come out and it'd be, I don't know, nearly 30 degrees or whatever. Suddenly be, 17, 18 degrees. Think, what the bloody hell's going on here?
I went up to the MCG and it was fucking freezing cold.
Was it? Really?
I
Yeah.
went up there just with a singlet on because it was fucking hot.
Mm.
And yeah, got sat down and all of a sudden the wind started to go.
Oh, yeah. Was it windy? Looked like a
It's
few.
just,
Look.
it just, it's
Swells.
just stupid.
Yeah. Bad.
It wasn't windy, no, but in the MCG, it's just like,
Yeah. It
you
seems
know,
to mess with a few kicks. Yeah.
yeah, that fucking thing that's on the, I don't know what it is, a drone or whatever it is.
Oh,
That
yeah. That thing.
swinging
Yeah.
around,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
nearly hitting players.
I don't know if I
All right,
like
mate.
that. I don't know if I like that drone shot. I don't know.
In the spirit of things,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All
Gives
right,
it
mate.
that zoom look. Yeah, all right, mate.
Well, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. That's good. We get a bye, and
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we get a rest. We get a rest. That's even
uh,
better.
North Melbourne. Yeah, we'll do a review of the North Melbourne game, and hopefully we win by about 10 goals and boost the percentage.
Yeah, that'd be nice
Yeah.
because that's the only thing that's keeping us from, maybe be nice to be second at least
Mm,
for our effort. For our
mm,
efforts,
mm.
I reckon we've worked fucking hard. We
We
should
have.
be on top.
Yeah, we've done well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, mate. Scary mother.
Deaf
Get
rhyme.
onto it. Star Killer.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, mate.
people can stream that too, can't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Deaf rhyme, Star Killer.
Stream the shit out of it.
What you released it as an EP, or is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
an EP.
Very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm sorry.
I'll do I'm going to Sleep Token in April, so I'll do a review of that as well.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Mm.
I
Go to
wonder,
see them.
I wonder if that,
Bring me the Horizon, the headlining.
wonder if they'll play up here anywhere.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'll have to go and check
Very,
them out. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's Bring Me the Horizon is the headline, and Sleep Token. I don't know if you like Bring Me the Horizon or not, but I fucking love them too.
never heard them.
Oh, mate.
I've been trapped in.
Come.
I've been stuck in nostalgia for the past few years, listening to all the LA session stuff. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
yeah,
You can't go wrong.
yeah. But
Yeah.
no, always on the lookout for new stuff. Uh,
It's not really new. Like, Bring
uh,
Me the Horizon are like 2000s,
oh,
about 2000s.
oh,
Yeah.
gee, okay,
Just heavy shit,
yeah,
metalcore stuff,
okay,
but very melodic.
yeah.
Yeah, English.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, mate.
Catch you a
I'll see you in a couple of
couple
weeks.
of weeks. Have fun.
Yeah, all right. Go Blues.
Go Blues.
See you later.
See you, mate.